Hello everyone, I'm Kadek with Dharmapatni Rahendra, and in this opportunity I would like to share one teaching activity that use natural approach combining with direct instruction method. But before that, I would like to share what is natural approach and what is direct instruction method. Okay, the first one, natural approach. Natural approach is an approach that used in language learning, which not to focus on the grammar or language rules, but more focus on the language used in the communication. A natural approach also means that learning a language unconsciously or naturally. Okay, the second one is direct instruction method. Direct instruction method is a teacher-directed method that used in the language learning, which also means that teacher give an explicit direction to students. Okay, and I choose descriptive text to be the material in this learning activity because it will improve students' language skill, especially in the speaking and also writing. This descriptive text is more focused on the things and also person. Okay, before move to the teaching activity, I would like to explain again if this activity are aimed for 7th grade students in junior high school, with the material is descriptive text, especially describing things and person. This material are really appropriate with the approach and method, which is natural approach and direct instruction method, which in here, teacher will give a direct instruction or direct questions to students and see how students can understand the material naturally. For the example is when teacher asks students about how can they explain about broom especially, and at that time teacher or students have to think before what is broom, what they look like before they can describe the broom. That means naturally. Okay, before move to the material, make sure you prepare all you need in this lesson, such as think you need to be described, or if you want to describe person, you have to make sure there are a person around you to make you describe them easier, or you can also think about that person and until you can describe them. But here I use some things to be described, such as a remote controller and also a pair of shoes to be described. Okay, now I would like to explain the material about descriptive text. The first one is the definition of descriptive text. Descriptive text is a text which lists the characteristic of something, or we can say that the descriptive text is a text which show us what a person or a thing looks like, or that's not only looks like but how they sound, how they move, and etc. And the purpose of descriptive text is of course to describing something that's a person, animal, or feature of descriptive text is the first one, the use of adjective, which aims to clarify the noun or the subject, such as beautiful, big, small, fast, and etc. And the second one is the use of simple present tense. Why use simple present tense? Because descriptive text tell the facts what is the subject or the objects looks like in the real life. Okay, and the third one is the use of verb, which such as run, walk, and etc. Okay, the next one is the structure or gender structure in descriptive text. There are two gender structure in descriptive text. The first one is identification and the second one is description. Okay, the first one is identification. Identification usually happens in the first paragraph. This part aims to introduce the reader with the subject or the object in this text. And the second one is description. Descriptions contain the characteristic of the object or subject, which is mean the characteristic of things or person, which will be described in this text. Practice now to the teaching activity. Before, I already explained what you need in this lesson, right? Now you can choose one of them. In here, I choose a pair of shoes. Okay, let's start the lessons. I'd like to ask you, What is the color of the shoes? Black, yes, and you can say the shoes is black. That's one of the characteristic of the shoes, right? Okay, and the other, you can find the other characteristic of the shoes and write down what you already find, and after that you can show in front of your friends. Besides describing things, you can also describe in person. Let's choose one person you like the most. I think you can choose your mom. Okay, and thanks first what your mom look like, what they how they act, and what is her daily activity. Okay, I like to give you one example that my mom is a beautiful person. My mom is kind and she really like to cooking fried rice. How about your mom? Okay, how you explain your mom is the characteristic of your mom, and that's mean you already describing your mom. And now the next step is you just have to write down how you describing your mom, and after that you can also describe it in front of your mom or in front of your friends. Okay, that's all about the teaching activity or learning activity in this opportunity. By doing this activity, students can understand the material about descriptive text naturally by doing, or we can say that learning by doing. And then or if this is just or when students watching this video, students also can imagine what they have to do before they describing something, and they also can produce descriptive text by themselves and show it in front of the teacher of their friends. Okay, I hope this video is giving something for you, and see you in the next video. Bye.